At the Platinum Jubilee, the little royals stole the show. Whether it was on the balcony of Buckingham Palace during Trooping the Colour events or royal weddings, Princess Charlotte, the younger sister, captivated the hearts of people everywhere. Making a difference is a talent that has no age limit, as Princess Charlotte demonstrates. Whether Princess Charlotte of Wales dresses in an eco-friendly manner or volunteers with non-profits, these things will not alter the perception of young royals. She will likely still be subject to this limitation as she ages, meaning that she will only be able to keep flowers as gifts from the public if she so desires. Her actions. Just what did she do to alter the course of history irrevocably? Watch this video to find out what the world-altering action that Princess Charlotte just took was. She is only a young woman, but she is already causing a stir with her charitable activity and fashion choices. She clearly cares based on her actions. Concerning academics and ecological concerns, her one-of-a-kind royal attire is eco-conscious, promotes reusability, and showcases local designers. Her involvement with the literacy program exemplifies the value of literature to children of all backgrounds. Let's take a look at how she's already implementing these strategies. On December 6th, Princess Charlotte attended the Together at Christmas carol service wearing the same burgundy coat from Trotters. At an occasion where the family gathered to rejoice and give back to the community, the delightful ensemble served as a reminder to wear items more than once, rather than constantly purchasing new ones. Charlotte's lovely clothing said a great deal, without actually speaking a word. Prince George, 9, and Charlotte, 7, showed their support for their mum Kate Middleton at her second annual holiday concert on Thursday by recycling clothes. Pieces that Middleton can be found wearing multiple times for various occasions abound in her closet. During her younger brother Prince Louisiana's baptism, for example, she sported the identical blue frock that she had worn to a summertime family reunion. These seemingly insignificant choices demonstrate her thoughtfulness and practicality. People start to reevaluate their closet organization strategies when they see a little princess repeatedly wearing the same outfits. Wearing clothing created by British artists and designers is one way Charlotte demonstrates her dedication to sustainability. She wears a lot of vintage pieces from companies that prioritize craftsmanship and history. The royal family is showing its support for British artists and designers through their brand choices. Charlotte does a great job of highlighting local artists, an economic boon that also preserves long-standing traditions. A seemingly little decision made by Charlotte has far-reaching consequences. Charlotte follows in her mother, Princess Kate's footsteps by wearing eco-friendly clothing. Even more intriguing is the fact that whenever Charlotte dons a dress that she has previously worn, the media frequently comments on her fashion choices. Articles like Princess Charlotte, the latest fashion icon according to one Spanish dressmaker on the internet, may not seem like much, but they spark discussions about recycling clothing and the importance of eco-friendly choices, which is especially meaningful for a young royal like Charlotte. Nowadays, decisions are easy to make. Insidious moments might subtly prompt individuals to reflect on their actions. Charlotte has had an impact in fields other than fashion. She has contributed to significant initiatives that teach children to read and write. As an example, in October of this year, as part of a larger initiative spearheaded by her mother, Charlotte and her family distributed storybooks to underprivileged London schools, who works to enhance children's development by donating surplus books to schools in need, exemplifies the importance her family places on education, and provides a chance for children who may not otherwise have access to them. Her contributions to these types of programs highlight the significance of early literacy and education. When Carol's service members noticed her poring over a program brochure in December, they were impressed by her enthusiasm for reading and her interest in the subject. Reading is considered an essential component of a child's healthy growth, and these images demonstrate how much her family values reading aloud to children. She has a soft spot for books. The Whale family has a special ritual of reading bedtime stories, and Charlotte is more than glad to join them. By reading aloud to her sons from her beloved books, she demonstrates to them how much joy reading can bring into their lives. They place a high value on these seemingly ordinary family rituals. Prince Harry's long-awaited autobiography, Spirit, is now available nationwide. In it, the Duchess of Sussex discusses his long-running, contentious relationships with members of the royal family. What Charlotte is doing is a small element of her family's larger effort to encourage her to value education and reading. Her parents have prioritized reading for her emotional and mental well-being by including her in reading activities and events. Anyone, even the little ones, can do their part to promote reading in the house. Readers and writers all throughout the globe rely on Charlotte to guide them in their literacy journeys. As a result, she has also started volunteering. Keep watching because things are about to become interesting. By helping others, Charlotte is gaining the character traits necessary to lead a good life. Princess Kate's, Charlotte's mother, philanthropic efforts have an impact on people of all ages. Whatever it takes, she's always willing to help spread kindness. Charlotte and her brothers, Prince George and Prince Louis, have organized baking sales to benefit charity, which is a touching way to give back. Lead to a household, the bake sales typically generate a lot of money for the royal family's favorite larger charities. As this little deed demonstrates, the Whale family instills a sense of community service in their children from an early age. The lessons of responsibility and the power of one's own actions are imparted to Charlotte and her siblings by these experiences. Difference. In December, Charlotte and her mother, Princess Kate, visited a children's hospital in London, further demonstrating Charlotte's increasing commitment in charitable activities. Charlotte made the kids' days brighter by hanging out with them and surprising them with gifts. She assisted the children in adorning a Christmas tree with their handmade ornaments while she was there. Take a look at their experiences here. Her kind nature and sincere concern in the children were evident as she became to know them. The mere act of being in each other's company, as Charlotte did, offered much needed joy and demonstrated the power of community in times of difficulty. Upon meeting her, a young surgical patient expressed her gratitude for the opportunity to recuperate, aided in the distribution of little holiday presents supplied by the medical staff, and even inquired as to a child's favorite toys. Because of her natural people skills, Charlotte is great at establishing credibility for nonprofits. While these visits may come across as formal to others, Charlotte is clearly learning the art of making genuine connections with others. There is a world outside the hospital where Charlotte's deeds are felt. The media covers her events like these whenever she takes part, which helps get the word out about the causes. For instance, the children's hospital she went to received greater media coverage, which usually results in more public support and donations. Charlotte does her best to guarantee that worthy causes receive media coverage. Work. Young people around the world are inspired to give back to their communities by Charlotte's volunteer efforts. Witnessing Charlotte's little but meaningful acts of kindness at bake sales and hospital visits inspires children to consider how they may make a difference. There are a number of royal family gatherings that Charlotte has attended along with other members of the royal family. She marched in June alongside the Duke of Edinburgh, Princess Royal, Prince of Wales, and others in the Colour Guard. As the Royal Air Force flew overhead, Charlotte and her family sat on the palace rooftop and watched. In her fitted light blue outfit, she flaunted her sense of style during the procession. As she and her brothers waved to the onlookers, it became clear that the royal family is still very much together. Being composed during such a momentous occasion demonstrated her mastery of her position within the monarchy. Charlotte also played a significant role in commemorating November's Remembrance Day. An ebony cloak adorned her person. For the 2-minute moment of quiet and wreath-laying ceremony, honoring the nation's dead heroes, she stood silently this year, wearing a red poppy pin. Her early involvement demonstrated her admiration for selflessness and service, and her presence emphasized the significance of the event to those of a younger generation. She played a significant role in royal events that took place on a global scale. While the Scandinavian royal family was in town in October for a state visit, Charlotte, her parents, and siblings attended a cocktail party at Windsor Castle. Even at such a young age, Charlotte demonstrates the importance of diplomacy by courteously interacting with the visiting royal family. These exchanges demonstrated the global reach and centrality of the monarchy. Establishing robust relationships with other nations despite significant challenges this year, such as the health crisis affecting King Charles and Princess Kate. Despite a few issues, Kate Middleton's health was terrible in 2024. Charlotte continued to accompany Grace on her public outings. Charity travels and public engagements in England were occasions when she maintained her composure. In times of uncertainty, celebrating helps people feel more secure. At the London Marathon Family Day, she and her brothers ran a kids' race which brought joy to everyone. She had the support of her fellow racers and spectators. The story gets even better. Princess Charlotte attended this year's Chelsea Flower Show in May and captured the event on camera. She was the center of attention as she helped plant flowers in a children's garden, an initiative to introduce children to the outdoors and the natural world. Charlotte, clad in a charming flowery frock and gardening gloves, painstakingly prepared the soil for planting. As she cheerfully conversed with others, she inquired about the flowers and, while Laura's personal life remains mostly behind closed doors, she has been spotted out and about more frequently with her mother, particularly for significant family gatherings. She hasn't assumed a public role typical of a royal. Her public appearances have served more as a show of solidarity for her mother and family than as an official capacity for her position. She can maintain her privacy in this way, maintaining a connection to the royal family while maintaining one's independence. There have been many controversies and issues involving the British royal family, and that much is common knowledge. Prince William and Prince Harry have our best wishes as they navigate the tangled web of their family's dynamics. Have you any opinions? Report it to us. Let us know what you think of this video by leaving a comment. Like, sharing, and subscribing to our YouTube channel will help us make more videos like this one. By the way, you should watch the next video that appears.